leaked. It was just the end caps, the press end caps. They're about 18 years old, so the O-rings had gone a bit dry. Anyway, I wet them up and pushed them back on, and they seem to be holding now, but I'll probably get some new ones anyway. That will be just the feed for the shower. What we're going to do is just have a single feed off the thermostatic control valve for the shower at the front and the shower at the back. I've tidied the wires up there now. I've just wired in 240 socket over there. I'm going to put another one here and then come up through, so that one there, and that'll be my 240 side done. I'm just looking at wiring in the DC to DC MPPT and wiring back to the positive. Here she comes, probably wondering who I'm talking to. Hello. So yeah, I'm just in the back. I've just wired that in there, and I'm just measuring out now for my negative back through and positive off the battery. What can you see? What can you not see? There we go. Socket for the fridge, freezer. And then that feeds up and through to for a socket for the worktop. That's the 240 done, really. I did consider putting one there, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I mean, the only thing that I really charge off power is my Mac. A bit more done now. Negatives running from the battery to the main buzz bar and then into the inverter charger. Positives running out, one from the battery and in, and then one out fused over to the buzz bar. So I'm just testing him. I've started him up and I selected my battery. It's just a little push switch down here with this one, and I'm blue for lithium. Let's have a look on the Roma app, see what's happening. Okay, so you can see I have got 47 amps going in there. That's happy. Let's see what that says. It's pulling 50. Let's switch and let's see what goes in then, because it will be using some power to power that, I would imagine. There we go. That's just jumping up now. So that's up to 49. 49.22. I'm just making some bases for the cupboards and then screwing them on. Most of the carcassing in this has been 9mm ply and 2B1, which isn't 2B1 anymore. It's 20mm by 44mm, but yeah, all lightweight, and that's probably why it weighed so little when it got to the weigh station. But
I don't like it.
I don't like it. It's solid. It's not moving anywhere. If it can take my 18 stone swinging back and forth on it, it's never going to move. So my fuse board is going here, I've decided. Yeah, so I think I'm going to split this into 3. One for storage, the fuse board behind one, and then the switchboard will be here mounted out so you can switch and everything and see the displays for the bits and bobs. Looking good though. The little lights in underneath there, so I think that's just happy there. That can come off again in a minute because it all needs sanding, leveling, painting. But yeah, I'm just working away, so the job's a good one. Fill me screw holes out. So yeah, this one's going to have 3 doors. This whole section is going to be for the electrics. I'm going to leave this mounted to the door so that can open with it and then close back in. Like a little gnome sat on the stool. It's coming out. It's coming out now, so I'm going to disconnect the main supply from the fuse there and the negative, and bring this out and get it ready to go back. We are close to a final resolution, it would seem. Again, the DC to DC 50 amp is an awesome bit of kit, to be fair. It's doing exactly what it should do, exactly what it says on the tin. I've not got my solar going in yet, but I've mimicked solar with a trickle feed in, and yeah, it's doing exactly what it should do. I get 49 amps straight out of the alternator through there without solar on. And then when the solar's on, obviously whatever's going in is being converted and coming through to the battery. And again, the Roma battery is just awesome. I was firing in charge the other day, and it was taking, it obviously comes rated 460, but it was up to 480 amps. So, and then I let it off and I turned it off. So I don't know how high it will go. I don't know what cells are rated at in there. That's why I went with Roma, because Chris is there and the team, and if anything happens, I can just call them and they can sort it out. That's the whole point of having the battery and the 10 years. But yeah, this is coming out. We're close to a final resolution. Get that out, get it boxed up and ready to go. And then I'll be back on my cupboards. I need to make doors. So that's my jobs for today pretty much sorted out. I'll see how far I get down the line with them. Off we go again. Definitely fix this in like it wasn't supposed to come out. I've got the top fixings out now, but the bottom fixings, I'm going to have to take the tank out and then get the brace plate out and the M fixings. Definitely glad I designed the tank so it could be easily disconnected and removed. Always a joy doing things 4 or 5 times. It's out. My space looks bare. Back in its box, ready to go. I'm going to pack it out now. So that's everything back together now. The wired remote, battery temperature sensor, the stickers, warranty card, warranty document, and the manual. Job's a good one. My water's back in and full. I've got my tank back together. I've got the new hose on that you'll have seen if you saw that video. If not, I'll link it somewhere, but basically it's about the input and how it needs the bigger hose and the wider bore to get water through and keep it up without bubbling. I've fitted a hose adapter on the drain off as well, so I can just clip the hose on and drain it off the other way. And then I've filled and sanded and got all this ready now. That's looking really nice. I'm going to put some Puriflex just to seal across here, down here, and down the back here across the top, just for painting. But I need to do another sand first, but it's getting late now. Spent too much time today faffing with water and electrics again and not really getting anywhere. I'm dying to get my 12 volt at least partially fixed in, and then I can be running my max air off my battery and get my solar in. And but But yeah, it took a couple of hours really to dismantle all that, take it to pieces and put it back together. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to be sorted next week and done, and I can start building back out again. Just dying to get away for a weekend and let Maximus, you know, experience it as a camper van, because he keeps getting told what it is and what it's going to be, but he just won't get it properly until he's there. He loves his bed. We need to get some foam and get that cut as well. But yeah, if I can get it into just a state, even if I don't get the doors done and we just get to go away for a night or two somewhere, it doesn't matter where, and we've got running water, even if it's going into a waste bucket underneath the sink, and he gets to experience it, he'll be happy, we'll be happy, and we'll be out and about, and we know exactly where we want to go for the first try. It's not far from home. It's probably only about half an hour or so away, but it's a lovely, quiet, secluded place off the main drag, and we know from reviews and write-ups that people stay there without incident. So got the flow coat coming. I spoke to Martin today. I emailed him across because I don't think I've emailed him since I was spraying the pods and sanding them back. So I emailed him to say that they were fitted, sent him the links to the video so he could have a look, and I said I'm going to be doing the shower next. So I said I need some flow coat, so we got that sorted out. I also asked him what's the best way for the shower pan, the shower floor, because I'm going to fibreglass it. I'm going to work it back up. I'm going to use chop strand mat, and he said the best thing is not to use the biaxial, but to actually use the tissue, fiberglass tissue, I think it is. So he's sending some of that out as well. That's coming, so that should be here next week, and then we're away. We'll be able to start doing the fiberglass floor. So obviously I'll film that as I go along, but I need to just make my 45s and my angles, because as I've said a couple of times, fiberglass doesn't like to run dead square edges. So yeah, Martin over at East Coast Fiberglass, if you need anything, I'll link them in the description as well. Just have a chat with them if you plan on doing anything yourself, a roof or anything like that, like we've done. The garage floor is one of the best ideas, I think, because it just completely waterproofs it. It's solid, it's hard wearing, and it's exactly what a garage should be. So even if you want to do that, give them a call. They'll be able to sort you out with a little kit with 4 or 5 square meters of chop strand mat and some resin and some gel coat, and you can even pick colors. So if you want black or blue or red or green or purple, or there's a whole myriad of colors available. Hello.
Hello.
Where are we? Happy Saturday, everybody. Maximus wanted to come for a river day since it's
so hot.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day.
What better way to spend your Saturday when it's such a glorious hot day and it's been here?
Yeah, we watched Big Rob, and then
You're going to edit your video, aren't you?
I'm going to edit my video here.
Graham's having his own rave there.
Got like an 80s feel to it, and like a German
techno
feel to it as well.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant, thanks. Look, she's found herself a ball. And she found herself Lucozade bottle. She's making herself her own Gaston's cave, isn't she? And for anybody who doesn't know what Gaston's cave is, well, Gaston is a ladybird that behaves like a dog on Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. And he lives in a cave, and it's a smelly cave and collects all sorts of smelly stuff in his cave. Gonna shake
Shaking all over the tech.
Shaking all over.
Sunday afternoon, in fact. It's been a lazy morning, but I have done a little bit. I've got the hole cut for the socket. I've not wired it through yet, but it's the handle on the shower door, and then I've started marking out and drawing out for these doors here. So I've been marking out for the doors. You can see some pencil lines here and just gauging. I've just used a few window packer spaces because I want them all to be roughly about the same on the hinge side, and then just a spacer in the middle on the actual door side. So I've got a couple of doors cut there, and this will be the one that joins together, so I'll nip that off. I'm just going to check it against it, and then I'll start sanding them up. I've sanded all my doors up, and I've got my box of mixed furniture screws out. I'm just putting my hinges on. I'm just going 45 in from top and bottom, and then they'll all be the same. And I'm hinging the wider plate, if I can get my fingers in. There we go. The wider plate to the door, and the narrower plate, because that'll have bigger fixings in to the framework, and that'll just distribute the load a bit differently. So where the smaller screws are, there's not as much pressure on a smaller surface area, effectively. Anyway, that's where I'm up to. There's the other three.
I take milk.
No thanks. Oops. Right, the first one is on and lined up, and it looks pretty good. Obviously everything needs painting. There's some bits need...
We're not making the door.
We are making doors. I am making doors. You cut it out. Yeah, so first one's on, fits pretty nicely. Couple of magnetic catches in there now, and that'll be super. A couple of doors on. Obviously need paint. Pretty clean though. Storm hasn't really broke the heat, has it?
No, it's very close. It's
Freya, is that your spot? We're roasting. Fans on. Got an hour before he came home, or an hour before he comes home. It'll nearly be time soon, but all the doors are on and aligned, and it looks pretty good.
Very good, very nice.
Yeah. Insides aren't finished, but you know, I can't do that until I get my wiring. I can't do my wiring until everything's sorted with Renogy. So we shall see. But yes, definitely need some handles on for aiding. We've decided this will all be just food or plate or whatever storage now, haven't we? At the moment it's crap storage. All my... Yeah. We've got more storage than shoe, clothing, more clothing and toiletries by the time there's doors on there as well, kitchen implements and stuff like that. Obviously we've got a nice big worktop, we've got a gas hob or an induction hob, we've got storage above the bulkhead, we'll have a bit of storage there, we're leaving that for Maximus, that bit down there, so I need to get in there, I need to take his bed out to do that though. But yeah, all is good. I'm running out of ply though, and I still need to make this bit here so he can't see Mum and Dad. He doesn't want to see us.
That's fair enough. He wants to try and see teenagers soon.
Yep.
Next year.
Well, teenager in years. Yeah, on we go.